Hi everybody, this is Jazz. I'm going to make a SPY analysis, and like I wrote one of the tweets where I'll look at the trade that I called and try to give a reasoning on why did I call this trade. First of all, look at it. Week or daily trend is definitely nicely up. Okay, and if you look to the left of it, lot of resistance, In fact, I even thought that prices would move down from here, but not really any indication from here. That was somewhat of a professional gap, exhaustion gap to the upside, but ended out to another move to the upside, another leg to the upside, and completely coming into the right smack in the middle of the resistance. And not till up here where I saw a little move down here, which I wanted to share, is right around here. On the November 4th, I called a SPY bearish swing, educational trade idea, short below 209.65 and stop above 211.89, and then I gave the targets. We already met target this, and this is the gap fill area, and I'll show you if we'll get there or not, or possibly even go even beyond that. So let's talk about it. Okay, let me minimize this. So let's go into, I'm just gonna go into 15-minute time frame. Don't worry about this SMAs. Okay, it doesn't rely much on the 15-minute chart. So this was this was the trade right around 209.67, right? 209.60. Let me look at it once again. It was 209.65 was the short below. Go below 209.67, right around here. Okay, right around here the trade was triggered. Okay, actually not till around here. So not till around here the trade was triggered. Stop was above here. In fact, at that point stop could have been right above here, you know, give or take a 20-30 cents if you want. But sure enough, we had to move to the downside. The target first was given around here, 208.83, target around here. Then today the target of a 207.33 area was given around here. Moved to the upside, and I posted that I've been guiding this trade all along. I talked about the first target was given, and since it was a swing trade, you want to keep your stops a little bit wider, only because you're looking at bigger time frame, which would come from the daily on this chart. And if you've been following here, the lower your losses, you can move your stop. We'll talk about this one, and we talked about today move my stops to break even. Okay, and I posted this chart, big huge move to the downside, and this is where at the end I said you can move your stop, because you had a pretty good decent move around here from 209.67 all the way to 207. You're talking about over $2 of a move. That's a beautiful move to the downside. Again, that's a whole number too, so you got to be careful about that. So at this point, you got nothing to lose. Okay, if you took the trade, it doesn't matter. Educational, real, doesn't matter. If you took the trade, you have nothing to lose. The best way to play it out is, you know, take profits as it goes down on the targets, or you can take, you know, better target than that, or you can take aggressive target, whatever you need to do to maximize your profits. And best way would be to let it ride at least 25-30% of it, okay, by leaving the stop at break even. Okay, that's where you're like, okay, I'm profitable on this trade, I'll keep my stop at break even. At this way, at least I'm letting something run for the longest time. That's one of the ways to do it. Talk about putting a stop above 208.40 area. In fact, it came down in right above 208.47, reversed again. Or you can put your, I talked about stop in in my last one, or break even area. Okay, want to be conservative, put your stop at again 209.23, which hasn't hit that yet, and that's actually a pretty good stop to put that for the SPY. Go back into the hourly, and this is what I'm shooting for, this gap fill here. In fact, I think it's still got more bearish pressure to the downside. Keep an eye on it, and the trend is obvious to the downside. But looking at the daily chart, okay, I'm still bullish. Okay, despite being, you know, all that what I said. Took the trade into UVXY. I didn't take the trade on here, took the trade on UVXY. And in fact, I like to trade UVXY. It's very fast, good for advanced traders. You're in and out quite few times. And again, this is a $200 ETF. Can you trade it? Yes, you can, but it all depends on how you want to trade. So I actually traded the volatility. So looking at this chart, I'm still bullish. Okay, that was just a correction mode, just a pullback. It doesn't change my whole analysis, which I see right now. I'm still bullish on it. Okay, your price is coming close to the 20 SMA, coming close to the actually 200 and what is this, your 20 SMA and 200 SMA. That acted as a magnet, you could say. Okay, that's where I told a few of the members that, you know, watch for the price to come back, pull back to the 200 SMA, then possibly see another move to the upside. Okay, so I'm still bullish on it. Okay, you can, you know, get your trend line tool out, whatever you need to do to get a sense of what the trend is. Okay, the trend is obviously really nice to the upside, and 205, this is where it shouldn't go below this. Okay, if it goes below this, we could have somewhat of a change in the trend, also break the trend line. Of course, your 200-day and your 50-day SMA is right there too. So that was the trade on here. Hopefully there's a learning lesson to be learned here, and the reasoning sometimes is just you know, feel of the market. You know, you got to have the feel of the market. Once you're trading enough, once you're seeing, you know, the setups after setups, failure or successful trades, you kind of get the feel of the market. And that's very important when you want to get in a trade or when you want to get out of a trade. Once you get a feel of the trade, okay, this is what the trend is, and possibly, again, I had no clue that price would go down, right, from 209, whatever this area that was. Oops, 209, right around here. I didn't know that price is gonna go down all the way here. All you know is you have a setup in here. Okay, all you know, you can look at the somewhat of your you know, you can call this, again, I didn't look at, you know, this head and shoulder pattern. Okay, in here you have the break of this, right? That's your left shoulder, right shoulder, whatever you want to call it, left, right, head, and break of this, boom, to the downside. I wasn't even looking at that, but you know, gather up all the information. Once you try to see the feel of it, see the direction changing. In fact, in the 4-hour, broke the trend line to the downside. So just, you know, wasn't a hard of a trade to post or even to take. Okay, depending on if you took it or not took it, is totally fine, but you got to get the feel of the market. Once you start seeing, okay, how far are we waiting for somewhat of a pullback, or if you're waiting for somewhat of a major correction, you act on what you see rather than, you know, you could get all your tools out. I can start getting my retracements on here. That's the move on here. You know, you're waiting for 23.6% retracement, which is right around here. You know, my thing is that, okay, I'm gonna find a really good setup and trade that. What happens? You're gonna take a trade 23, you're gonna take a trade 32, you're gonna take a trade at a 50, 60, or 78. By the time you're done, you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 stop outs, right? Let's just say, you know, it didn't work. So I rather look at a setup that I see right in front of my eyes and try to see if that fits with my stop. Okay. What's more important is, if you are taking a trade, what's your risk? What's your reward? Okay. This is already given, you know, pretty nice risk and reward already, but can it go a little bit longer? I would like it to go fill the gap in there, but if it doesn't, you know, you act on what you see rather than praying, oh, you know what, please go down, or pause here, then go down. Just act on what you see right now and move your stops accordingly. So go in different time frames to look for, okay, where is the trend line breaking, right? Let's go in here. Okay. Look for where is the trend line break, right? Simple. Where is the trend line break? It's acting as resistance. Then find somewhat of a, you know, again, your advanced technical analysis. Get that out. Okay, get that out and see, okay, where the bulls coming at, where the bears coming at. Okay, and then find out. You can add indicators. You know, add your indicators if it's stochastic is oversold or overbought. You know, like right here we have somewhat of a SMA crossover, you know, then in daily terms, if you have a SMA crossing over, they some would call it a death cross or golden cross. Apply that if you need to, but right now apply what's right in front of you. Then you can use those indicators, and obviously you can look at the volume and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps. And again, just trying to put out some educational, informational, stuff out there. I already made the swing trading course presentation. That's about 130 some plus hours plus couple bonuses. You'll get a PDF file. It's divided into part 5, and also be working on the basics for somebody who's totally new into it. And if you like what you hear, give it a shot. And or you can pay somebody thousands of dollars, and you might be more satisfied paying. Hey, I paid $5,000 to learn this, but at the end you're like, okay, they left me. I'm all by myself, and I had a guy who I talked to spend about $7,500. Spend all that money on the system, and signals and whatnot. And at the end, I'm actually doing Skype with him, and I feel that he's already getting the stuff. Okay, I'm teaching a few setups here and there, and day trading, of course. And it's amazing that you can spend so much of your money, and you can come back to somebody who can explain you. Just trade the price action, right? Trade the price action, what you see, and act on it. And that's all you need. Okay, of course, somebody's selling you $7,000-8,000. They have to give you all the information, right? So if you say, okay, if I'm giving $5,000, you show me 2-hour presentation. That's it. That's all I get. It's not actually they're just trying to make fool out of people. So be a better judge of where your hard-earned money goes, and just be smart about it. Just be smart about it. Keep it simple, right? I'm pretty stupid. I keep it very simple. I can't engross too much information in my brain, so I just act on what I see, and it works for me because I'm just not smart enough. I'm just not smart enough to grasp so much stuff, and I can't draw the waves. I can't do this. I just simply act on the chart, and a lot of things help me. Of course, I took trading courses and all that, but I have just mastered in a way to learn how to read the chart. So hopefully, again, making it a little bit longer, just trying to realize that you don't have to spend $1,000. Okay, just spend a little bit, but you gotta get an education, only because you have to have some kind of it's almost like when I started trading, I had a mentor, right? And me and her, we went back and forth. So I had a stick on my butt all the time. I did something, I put a setup out, she would say, no, that's not it, that's not the way you trade. Or vice versa. If she did that, I would say, okay, this is not right, this is not how you're doing it. This shouldn't be, this should be done this way, in my opinion, right? So find a trading buddy, okay? Find somebody who can feel, be accounted for your right actions or false actions, that I need to be careful before I put this trade out, because my partner is gonna look at me and he or she gonna tell me, this is not, it's almost like you're trading for her or she's trading for you or something like that, right? So go out there and find somebody who you can feel can be accounted for all your actions, okay? As a stick, right? You do something, you're gonna get a stick, right? I got beaten up in my high school quite a bit, and actually not in my high school, but in my middle high. But hey, sometimes it helps, right? We all got spanked from our parents, probably. Maybe not these days, because you'll be calling 911 if that happens. But I got spanked quite a bit, right? But maybe, I don't know, over longer and helped quite a bit. But here it is, guys. That's it. So I'll leave it to you on that note, that just keep it simple and right with the trend rather than against the trend. Okay, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you later.